Hey, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kadash, Barakathum, Wa'akim, double honor side apostles / elders, which are GMS, and blessings and salutations to you brothers out there teaching and doing truth and sincerity. Uh, I wanted to do a lesson on basically contrary to popular belief that when you come into this truth or when you believe in the Lord, you're not or when you're doing the work preferably, you're not going to be liked. Okay, this is not a popularity fest or whatever you want to call it. This is not to be the most likable guy, the most accepted individual. And I bring this up because, watching the Nate situation when he basically tried to downplay, prophets of GMS or brothers of GMS, because the woman played a video of the brothers of Suriname and things like that. And Nate basically backtracked and backed down for whatever reason, being an agent, being what I believe he's an Americanized Israelite. I also believe he's an agent too because, on one domino hits the other, because he has an agenda toward the prophets and he lies. If you if you just an Americanized Israelite, you just have your regular agenda. But he has a vendetta against GMS, man, and it's ridiculous. And basically getting back to the point, when she addressed about cursing and doing this and that, he automatically went the route to be accepted. All right, he didn't go into the route of for truth's sake, like the scripture in Second Ezra says, you got wine, you got women, but what? Truth is above all, man. Truth is above all. So let's get into these scriptures. Let's get straight into these scriptures. I got a few scriptures I want to bring out, and just something quick to go over, because these guys just want to be accepted by these guys want to be accepted by society, but that's not how it works. Okay. Let's see here. I believe, man, I'm gonna be pissed off if I didn't get this proper scripture. I had jotted down. I believe I remember it though. All right. St. John chapter 15 verse 18. Okay, it says, if the world hate you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. What is the world? It's not talking about the globe. You know what I'm saying? It's talking about the inhabitants. It's talking about a government. It's talking about Israel. Okay, because first of all, we are sent to Israel. We're sent to the elect, and we're sent to 2/3 to either edify or condemn. You know what I'm saying? So we're sent to the governing body of Israel. All right. So that world hate us. Why? Because they hated Yahushua. That's another thing contrary to popular belief. These modernized Christians, and Nate's falling in that category. Sakari is falling to the category, accepting rewards and things like that, and trying to be accepted by the in crowd. You know what I'm saying? We're going against the grain in this thing, man. We're not the same as these other guys. Okay. So, it says St. John chapter 15 verse 18, it says, if the world hate you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. All right. It says, if you were of the world will love his own. So exactly, what that woman was getting across. Oh, you gotta be nice. You shouldn't be talking to people like that. But what the scripture say about Yahushua? He's a hard man. I know thee to be a hard man. He's a forward man. You know what I'm saying? He tell it like it is. All right. So the world hated Yahushua it's a very complimentary thing to be hated of the world. You know what I'm saying? When we're on the highways, we're not gonna get a host of crowds gathering around us, amening us, and clapping and applauding and saying encore for our lessons, man, and for our prophecies. What prophet has ever been like that? All the 12 all 12 but one was executed and tortured or crucified, you know, and Elijah and Paul, and there's many examples of when you become a man of the Lord, you're not the friendly guy toward people in society, mainly the governing body of Israel. You know, the scriptures say a prophet is not accepted in his own city, you know. But what Nate's agenda is, you want to get everybody lined up and get in the middle of the street and chant, and that's basically trying to be accepted by everybody, because there's no edification in that. It's just showing off. Hey, look at us. Come join us. We're big. We got the numbers, and we look cool, and we're unified. And this is what black, because he's feeding on that black energy, and that's what I mean. That black energy. You know what I'm saying? No light, no nothing to the shallow minded. Oh, that's big numbers. They're unified. They love each other. Burgers and fringes. You're trying to be accepted. All right. We're not, as prophets, we're not here to be accepted. We're here to push the truth. Okay. All right. So getting back to the scriptures, it says, if verse 19, it says, if you were of the world will love his own, because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world. Therefore the world hateth you. Remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his master, than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. So at the end of the day, we're out here to push the truth. We're not out here to, when somebody come up, of course we adjust and adjust to the person, feed them certain knowledge that's acceptable to them. But at the end of the day, it's unfiltered truth. All right. If they ask the question, we answer. We don't sit there and say, "I'll tell you later when you grow a little bit" or something like that. No, if you want to ask the question, you want to get the answer. And at the end of the day, that's just how it is, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's why GMS is so hated. You know, so brothers, if you know, because you get in that spirit like, God damn, man, you know, these motherfuckers just don't want to listen, or they don't feel us, or, you know what I'm saying? And you get, you know, kind of disenchanted with not being in the truth, but the path, you know, saying, you know, you want to be accepted, you know, at a point, you know, fuck that, man. You know, that means we're on the right course when people hate us and people come up with videos, and you look at our videos is in the 500s and the 700s or 40s and the 10s and the 100s, and then you look at Nate's and Mahomes and Post whatever Malone and other niggas, and they got thousands of views because the world loves them. All right, the world don't love the prophets because the world is set for destruction. They don't want to hear that. All right, let's continue. Says, remember, verse 20 says, remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my sayings, they will keep yours also. But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me. All right. If I had not come, and that's a good point. You trying to be accepted by somebody that is don't even know the Lord. It's not even worth being accepted by these people, man. These people don't know the Lord, nor they're meant for salvation, nor they're on your side at war, and you're trying to fight for their acceptance. They're not. They're just vain vessels walking around when it comes to pleasing the Lord, man. You know, you don't want to be shoulder to shoulder with them type of individuals. All right. It says, verse 22, it says, if I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not had sin, but now they had no cloak for their sin. That's what we're doing. We're making them bear and exposing all the wickedness in this governing body. You know, he that hated me hated my Father also. If I had not done among them the works which no other man did, they had not had sin. You know, for one, It says, he that hated me hated the Father also. It rolls downhill and goes right back up. If you hate us, you hate Yahweh Shai, you hate Yahweh Shai, you hate the Father. So how can you go to the Father? How there a person that needs to be accepted or embraced or need to seek attention from? All right? He basically trying to wine and dine a prostitute, man. You know, hoes don't need attention, man. All right? See here, verse 24 says, if I have not done among them the works which none other man did, they had not had sin. But now have they both seen and hated both me and my Father. But this cometh to pass, that the word might be fulfilled that is written in the law, they hated me without a cause. You know, and that's exactly right. Because Yahushua went back, he gave an example of him and John the Baptist. He said, I came eating and drinking, you call me a drunkard and a glutton. And John didn't come eating and drinking, he said he have the devil. Anyway it go, we're here to preach the truth. No matter what we do, we could be out here. They say we're not family men. We hate it. If you're a family man, then we're a hypocrite. We ain't in the truth like that. But if we're not family men, then we're hateful. You know, all kind of things. They just don't like the word of the Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. This is above us. This is outside of our recollection at times that that negative energy and that hateful energy comes toward us. That is not within our power. This is a whole spiritual battle that we're dealing with. You know, Salaki, give me a second. Something on the fire, man. On the grill, whatever you call it. But yeah, so the world is going to hate the prophets. So we need to, in other words, we need to embrace the hate. You know, that's a part of the game. You know, you take pride in being hated, really. You know. So we're gonna go to the next scripture real quick. All right. And this one is very simple, straight to the point. Luke 6:26 says, woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you, for so did their fathers to the false prophets. Very simple. Everybody loves, you know, Nate's camp. Oh, they're well put together. They're all together. They're not all about that hate and hate speech and cursing and all that. Man, look, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Look, people are going to die. Children are going to die. Israelites are going to die. Women are going to die. The reason they're going to die is because their incredulities and their wickedness. All right? So if we got to pull you out of the fire by telling you get the fuck up out of there, oh, I don't like how you talk, I'm about to go over here. You know what I'm saying? You're not meant for this. You're not meant for this, man. Because at the end of the day, it's not like we have a destructive agenda towards anybody. If anything, Nate has a destructive agenda. He's down for stop and frisk. He framed Israelites, his own people. You know what I'm saying? He just appeared, his outer cup is clean, but his inner cup is filthy, man. You know? And people, our black people, you know what I'm saying? I like to use that today. Our black people fall into that. They're shallow-minded. They're dildo heads, man. Oh, they're together. Look at how they look. Look at how they talk. You know what I'm saying? I love the way they talk. Not what they're saying, but how they're saying it. You know? Theatrical. And the Lord. You know, all that shit. You know? That's just society. Society loves fake. They love things that make them feel good. That's why you're fat and out of shape. Because you love food that make you feel good, that tastes good. You don't like nutrients. You don't like an avocado. You know what I'm saying? Your ass want deep fried avocado or some dumbass shit like that, man. You know? Goddamn society is wicked as hell, man. You know, and it's ass backwards and it's lazy. You know? So let's get into the next scripture. You know? It's like out here. I'm looking for it real quick. Why I can't find it. So I want to get this one, and then this for the brothers in the know that are doing the work, because it's all about what the Yahweh Shemi Shai has established as the standard, as the criteria, as the process. Okay, and the process is the behavior of the world. In order to get the kingdom of heaven, which is a different world, it's a different government. It's the government that everybody want. You got to give up one to get the other. You know what I'm saying? You have to come out of the world to go into the next. You can't stay in both realms, so to speak. Um, Ezekiel 3:4 says, "And he said unto me, Son of man, go get thee unto the house of Israel." So we're, like I said, our agenda is toward the house of Israel, the governing body. That's the world that we're sent to. Okay? And speak with my words unto them. Speak with whose words? The Lord's words. Does that mean that we speak word for word? Because Nate and them are flipping and say, you're supposed to speak with the Lord's word. And that means word for word. So you're not supposed to be using that language and all that. Nah, man. It's basically saying, do not twist these scriptures, man. You know what I'm saying? Do not mangle these scriptures. Don't make it dross. Okay? It says, for thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech or and of a hard language, but to the house of Israel. So the Lord is basically saying, you're not sent to somebody that is not accustomed to what you're talking about. They're not unfamiliar with what you're saying. All right? He says, basically, speak the unfiltered truth, because you're not speaking in a foreign language to these people. You're not speaking of something that they never heard of. It's in them to accept the word. All right? And then when they reject it, they're purposely doing it because they're coded to adhere or adhere to the word of Yahweh Shemi Shai. Okay? We're a chosen people. Like Ezra said, what nation have called thy name? You know what I'm saying? It's always Israel that seeks the Lord, man. It's in us to do that. That's why we're the chosen. All right? Verse 6, it says, not to many people of a strange speech or of a hard language, whose words thou canst not understand, surely had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee. So, and that's talking about who? The heathen, man. Cause if you talk to Esau and tell Esau they can make it, they'd be all down. But the moment you tell them it ain't for them, they get all mad and pissed off and nigger, you know what I'm saying? But the Lord's basically saying, like, look, man, I'm sending you to the house of Israel, and they're hard headed. Tell them the truth. It's not like they don't know what you're talking about. The so-called white man's the devil. Why would you say that? Well, what the fuck you mean? We're going through the same plight. Our ancestors and ancestors at that go through the same plight. The same way Esau liked to bring up Thomas Jefferson, Abraham Lincoln, this historical figure, this is a historical figure. When we bring up our history, and when it hits you in a negative sense, you want to act like you don't understand. You understand. You just want to ignore it so you can continue in your madness that Babylon has allowed you to do. When you have liberty, you loathe the law. Very simple. All right. He says, verse 7 says, but the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me. For all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-hearted. So the Lord's telling us to go to Israel, and they're not going to accept us. You know what I'm saying? Because they're hard-hearted. They're hard-headed. Okay? They're impudent. He said they don't, and it's like once again, this is above us. They don't want to accept the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Look at the doctrines that they're in. They want to be Egyptologists. They want to be black atheists. They want to be white Jesus worshippers. They want to be everything but a child of God. As a saying goes, they want to be everything but an Israelite. Everything but an Israelite, man. A proper Israelite. Even specifically Nate's camp. They want to be everything but an Israelite, man. All right? A proper Israelite. All right? All right. Verse 8, it says, behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead strong against their foreheads. So what that mean? We ain't budging, and they ain't budging. It's very simple. We ain't budging, and they ain't budging. As an adamant harder than flint, have I made thy forehead fear. So that adamant and flint is basically a solid, a very hard rock. It says, "Fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house." Moreover, he said unto me, "Son of man, all my words that I speak unto thee, receive in thy heart, and hear it with thine ears." So, yeah. I'm gonna stop right there. So basically, I'm sitting there telling you, look, man, these people are going. Our governing body, Israel. What I mean by governing body, us as a whole, when we address them, we walk up to the women. And we tell a woman what she's supposed to do. Oh, you're not supposed to be talking to women like that. You got a mother and this and that. You know, well, who's supposed to tell them right from wrong? You know what I'm saying? Esau ain't telling them right from wrong. You know, and then he tells them what his right and wrong is. You know, and then the women turn around and be like, "Oh, our men don't want to deal with us," and because y'all don't want to listen, man. You know, then when you talk to the jakes, you know, this is another thing. Oh, you talking about women? First of all, we're out there for the men. Straight up and straight out. We come out there addressing men straight out the gate. All right, we bring up subjects toward the women. As soon as we do that, oh y'all, you know, you talk to your mom like that. You know, look, man, we bring y'all and we upgrade and correct y'all. Accept the correction, man. You're out of place. The men are out of place. You know, we're out of place. We're learning and we're striving to get back in line. And when we sit there and mention to both parties how to do it, then you find some bland, shitty ass excuse or demonizing act to ignore the truth of the matter, man. You know, something simple as the so-called white man being our enemy. Man, I know some white people that are good. What the fuck that got to do with the history and the current situation of these crackers, man? What's that got to do with anything? You know, like, they're still out there. You're basically condoning all the wickedness and atrocities that they're doing as a whole to the nation of Israel because you know one so-called white guy that's cool with you. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Most High gonna fuck y'all up, man. You know, I try to refrain from getting upset and shit, man. I've been pretty good at it. So I'm gonna maintain my poise, man. Cause it's ridiculous the way you niggas are out here shucking and jiving, whether you a gangbanger or a hood nigga or a Christian or 9-to-5 hardworking, you know, entrepreneur or whatever. You niggas are Americanized and you ain't willing to fight, and this place is going down. And fuck y'all when the time happens, man. Lord willing, I'm on the right side, and when that time comes, you motherfuckers are going to be fleeing to the prophets. Just like the brothers bringing up when the YouTube shut down, man. Y'all going to be fleeing. Y'all going to be rushing, banging down the door of the prophets. Y'all know all of us stay, man. Y'all going to be calling all of us, man. And we going to, and Lord willing, we going to shut the door on you motherfuckers, man. You know? Can't wait for the famine of the word. You know? The Lord, like the brother said a while ago, the Lord has a I told you so spirit, man. You know? So let's get to this last scripture. And we're going to call it a wrap after that, man. All right. We're going to 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 12. It says, Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. You know, rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Yahushua suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. That's what right now we're suffering. The whole world hate us. You know, women don't want to fuck with us. Our family don't want to fuck with us. Society don't want to fuck with us. When we in society, it's horrible. You know, we got to go to work, and we know we ain't supposed to be working like this. You know, and we know the kingdom is coming and things like that. And we just got to sit here and bear all this bullshit. But at the same time, be an upstanding citizen in the Israelite in this society. You know, but when it's time to reap the rewards, it's gonna be glorious because we've gone through hell for a short time, actually. You know. Verse 13 says, "But rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Yahweh's suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. If ye be reproached for the name of Yahushua, happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and of the Most High rested upon you. On their part he is evil spoken of, but on your part he is glorified." And it ain't talking about when you're hated, when people say, "Oh, you Christians and you Christians going back and forth with the atheists." That ain't being hated. That's a minute part. We're talking about real downright hatred when the government is trying to come against you and label you a fucking terrorist, man. When they try to throw you in a concentration camp. You Christians don't got no reason to go in country. Y'all docile, man. What the fuck? What kind of threat do y'all pose to Esau's agenda? You know, your unbelievable, undying faith? Fuck out of here, man. The men that's, you know, stand before the faces that afflicted them and tell them about themselves to their faces, you know, and tell them about their atrocities and wickedness. You know, we're turning the whole world upside down, man. All right, that's why brothers are popping up in South Americas and Germany and everywhere, man. You know, Christians are all over because Esau pushed that shit all over. Here it is. We don't have nowhere near the resources that Esau has to push that Christianity, but here it is. The word is spreading to all four corners of the earth because it's all through the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And you niggas can't do shit about it. Esau can't do shit about it. You can label us whatever, man, because we ain't no black identity, whatever you call that shit, man. We Hebrew Israelites, man, and we wait on the Lord and we do what as the Lord provides and what the Lord's will is, man. Okay, according to prophecy and according to His will. Okay. What is it? Black identity extremists, man. We ain't that bullshit, man. All right. Don't link us up with them fucking shallow, carnal ass niggas, man. We don't need to be all no black identity extremists. We're men of the Lord, man. All right. You could shatter black identity extremists, but you can't shatter the Most High, man. You know, let that shit sink in, man. All right. You can't do shit to Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. You can't do nothing to Yahweh. You did what you did through the governing body of Israel, those wicked ass niggas. But when he come back, he's gonna come back in his glory. So y'all can try to label us and do all this, but when Yahweh comes back, it's gonna be a wrap, man. You ain't gonna be able to do a goddamn thing, man. Verse 14 says, "If ye be reproached for the name of Yahweh, happy are ye. For the spirit of glory rested upon you. On their part is evil spoken of, but on your part he is glorified. But let none of you suffer as a murderer, or as a thief, or as an evildoer, or as a busybody in other men's matters. Yet if any man suffer as a Christian, let him not be ashamed, but let him glorify the Most High on his behalf." Because why? You're gonna suffer regardless. You niggas all in America and shit, and you fucking you're a sack of fucking sorrow because you got bills or you got a physical ailment. You're not gonna duck your house and the prophecies, man. All right, you're not gonna duck it. Money ain't gonna help you duck it. Your family ain't gonna help you duck it. Your thought of living a false religion ain't gonna help you duck it. Because the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is true, and it will come to fruition, man. Ain't a goddamn thing none of you can do about it. So you can play like this shit ain't going on and things ain't happening, or try to create your own agenda or do whatever you want. But at the end of the day, the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua is coming back and is going to transition from one kingdom to another. All right, right now Esau has the kingdom. It's going to transition from Esau to Jacob. All right, and there's nothing no one can do about it because the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So with that being said, I want to say, call her Lord to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Double honors to the apostles as elders, and blessed salutations to you brothers out there teach the truth, sincerity, and you few women that follow also. Call Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Ba'Shem Akal Kadash, Ahaba Thumbs Aquarium. Shalom.